Hello gamers, I'm DK. Welcome to Libangang Pagong Gaming Channel, your go-to destination for all things about PlayStation. Join us as we talk about in this episode the 5 best RTS games on PS5. We invite you to hit the subscribe button to join us in exploring the wonderful world of PlayStation. What do you get when you mix real-time strategy, role-playing games, and a hint of fantasy elements? Of course, it's Spellforce. As a prequel to Spellforce, The Order of Dawn, this third installment of the Spellforce series was created by Grimlore Games and released by THQ Nordic. You take control of Tahar, a wizard and the son of a mighty mage named Isamu Tahar, in the magical world known as Iyo. Together with a group mage known as the Circle, you go out on adventures that involve exploring dungeons and underground caverns. You take control of outposts during your quests and then administer them using their resources and labor. Additionally, you erect buildings and gather resources for more units to make way for special mage skills. After Spellforce 3's initial release in 2017, 3 standalone expansions were made available: Soul Harvest in 2018, Fallen God in 2020, and Reforce on the PS5 in 2022. Reforce features Journey Mode and Arena Mode as new game modes. In the Journey Mode, you can control the same character on all available maps in single player or co-op modes, and you can level up your hero by completing various tasks. On the other hand, you face off against an increasing number of enemy forces in the Arena Mode. The setting of Spellforce 3 is a rich open world with stunning graphics, which delivers a unique and enjoyable experience, making it one of the best PS5 RTS games. In 2020, Paradox Interactive released Crusader Kings 3, a strategy role-playing game. It is the third entry in the Crusader Kings game series. The game's world map is made up of numerous Middle-Age kingdoms, each with its own beliefs, objectives, and rules. The game's map, which includes portions of Asia, Africa, and Europe, is more large and detailed than the one in its predecessor. It is up to you to run and expand your kingdom, and you must face other dynasties in combat and prevail to accomplish this. Marriage arrangements and the formation of mutually advantageous relationships would be a more depth and successful strategy. Characters like monarchs, queens, chiefs, and religious leaders are used to represent the gameplay. Each character has a unique trait that they can pass on to their offspring, thanks to the game's genetic system. The game has incredibly well-designed environments that offer dramatic and exciting stories. In conclusion, Crusader Kings 3 is an exquisitely made game that offers its players a genuinely fascinating experience. The follow-up to the real-time strategy game Evil Genius from 2004 and the second game in the Evil Genius series is called Evil Genius 2 World Domination. Your final objective is to use a doomsday device to conquer the entire planet. You must be both scientifically and financially powerful to achieve this goal. The main character is an evil genius who has set out to build a weapon of mass destruction on the tropical island. You play as this criminal mastermind as they construct an underground hideout with several rooms and elaborate traps to protect the doomsday device from invaders. Your minions are at your disposal, executing evil things like killing intruders and engaging in criminal activity to acquire gold. You can enlist henchmen in addition to minions to join your criminal organization. But be careful, because the forces of justice are keeping an eye on you with their operatives. World domination allows you to see things from the villain's point of view, in contrast to games where you play the hero. This game captures the fun of being a nasty but genius supervillain who knew doing wrong could be so enjoyable. Developed by the German studio King Art Games, Iron Harvest is a real-time strategy game. Before Deep Silver published it in 2021 for PlayStation, it was launched in 2020 for Windows PCs. In the fictional 1920s dieselpunk world of Iron Harvest, mechs of different sizes and shapes fight each other in battle. You go through 3 fictional nations in the game: Rusviet, Polanian Republic, and Saxony Empire, which is based on Russia, Poland, and Germany respectively. The conflict between these three countries in the years following World War I is the primary subject of the game's narrative. Each nation has its own campaign narrative with a unique hero and animal ally. There is Gunther and his wolves, Tag and Nak, Olga and his pet tiger Changa, and then Anna with her bear Wobstek. Military operations are the main focus of Iron Harvest, where you command and direct troops while fighting the right targets. It is comparable to other real-time strategy games when checking the management and mission structure. It uses the rock-paper-scissors design system, and you need to be quite adept at planning to win. You can complete the 20 missions in the game either solo or in cooperative mode with other players. The mechs are fantastic, the aesthetics are clever, and the unit design is superb. This PS5 RTS title is excellent and undoubtedly among the best. The real-time strategy game Lawrence-World Winter Chronicle is story-driven but also has a lot of action. In the typical RTS games, your role is mostly to manage events from behind the scenes, but in Lawrence-World Winter Chronicle, you can also participate in combat. The game's narrative centers on Korun Lanka, the main character, a warrior tasked with protecting a blockade. Korun is given the title of captain at the beginning of the story, and his position description also changed. He must now guide the mercenaries into battle by leading by example. The higher you advance and win battles, the higher Korun's level rise. But with tremendous power comes great responsibility, and Korun quickly gives in to his insatiable nature by taking part in a ceremony that virtually makes him immortal. From there, the tale takes off, offering a wide range of objectives you can explore to keep yourself entertained for the duration of the narrative. Like many RTS games, this one has a top-down perspective that makes it appear quite simple at first. But if you look closely enough, there are some wonderful tiny details. You also get to battle in diverse surroundings, which prevents the scenarios from becoming monotonous and repetitive too quickly. The developers have added a lovely touch by having animals roaming about the different regions. The voice acting in the fully voiced narrative is deserving of praise. The sound choices for the background music, the battle music, and other effects like war cries and building explosions are well done. If you're looking for a good backstory that gives an extra sense of purpose, the Lawrence-World Winter Chronicle is for you. And that concludes today's episode. Check out our other videos for recommendations and more gaming content. We appreciate your interest and hope to see you in the next one. Happy gaming, everyone!